Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I go by London or London Cooks, and today we're making blackened salmon and shrimp. This quick and easy dish packs in so many layers of well-balanced flavor, so you're definitely going to want to stick around, and I'll show you more. Let's first get started with our seasoning mix. So in my bowl, I do already have a half a teaspoon of oregano and a half a teaspoon of basil. Next, I'm gonna go in with a quarter teaspoon of fish seasoning. Next, I'm adding a quarter teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning, a quarter teaspoon of black pepper, quarter teaspoon of garlic powder, a half a teaspoon of paprika. And since I like my stuff a bit spicy, I'm gonna go in with a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Be sure to adjust the pepper to your liking for sure. Lastly, I'm adding in here some fresh thyme leaves. So that was about a quarter teaspoon of thyme. So the last thing I'm going to do is to combine these evenly. And I did not add any salt in here, you guys, because my seasonings do already have salt in them. So if you wish to add some salt, do so at your own risk for sure. This is 1 pound of skinless salmon and also 1 pound of Argentinian red shrimp. I did already clean these up and wash them using some cool water and lemon juice. And my shrimp is not cooked, you guys. These are uncooked. These are Argentinian red shrimp. They appear pink or red, and they have a butter lobster-like flavor. So I do like these shrimp. So this shrimp and salmon recipe is pretty easy. So now I'm going to evenly combine the seasoning mix that we made with my shrimp and salmon, and then it's going to be time for cooking. Alright, so now that our shrimp and salmon has been seasoned, and look how gorgeous this seasoning mix already looks, you guys. So now it's time to cook these. I have preheated my pot over a medium-high heat, and now I am lightly adding some oil, and I only want just enough in here to coat the pot. Next, I'm gonna go in with the butter, and this is about 1 tablespoon of butter. Now I'm going to get started by adding the salmon first, since the salmon will take longer to cook than the shrimp. The shrimp literally cooks in minutes, so you can add that last, or if you don't trust yourself, you guys, I suggest that you make the salmon first, and then you can make the shrimp after. But if you add both of them to the pot at the same time, I suggest that you keep a close eye on your shrimp and be sure to remove them before the salmon. Now also, depending on how much of this you're using and how big your pot is, I'm using a pretty wide skillet. Be sure not to overcrowd the pot, that way you're going to drop the temperature, and then you may end up steaming these versus trying to fry them, and you may not end up with a nice color. I'm now going to start removing my shrimp from the pot. Do you see how nice and beautiful those look? Right, and now I'm going to start turning my salmon. You guys, this smells absolutely delicious. Now, if you prefer, you can make this recipe in the air fryer using the same exact ingredients, and I would add some oil to the seasoning mix, and then you can air fry it for about you can air fry it at 365 degrees, and I would say you can air fry these for about 5 minutes or so, or until they're done. So my salmon is now done. I allowed these to cook for a total of, I would say, about 6 minutes or so, you guys. They don't take long. So I'm just going to cut my heat off and remove these from the pot. And how I know that they're done, this one started breaking off on me. So you do want to be careful. Once they start cooking, they will break apart pretty easy. Here is the finished product, you guys, and do you guys see how beautiful these look? You can see the speck of seasonings on each piece, and they smell absolutely delicious. Let's make some sauce for our salmon and shrimp. So to my bowl, I'm adding about 2 teaspoons of honey, 1 teaspoon of ketchup, and if you don't like ketchup, you can definitely find your favorite substitute. Tomato paste or tomato sauce is a good substitute for some people. A half a teaspoon of soy sauce, and just a little bit of water, nothing crazy, just to loosen this up, just a little bit. So now I'm going to combine. This is a half of a teaspoon of the drippings that was left from frying the salmon and the shrimp in our pot. I just want to add a little extra flavor to this, but if you don't like this idea, for sure, skip it. This is how my sauce looks. You can definitely add more things to this if you prefer. I suggest to taste this as you go. Adjust things as needed. Add seasonings to here if you want to. Just add whatever you want to here. I didn't want to overdo it with adding ingredients in here because my fish and my shrimp is already well seasoned. They're nice and spicy, so I just need something to complement the seasonings in the fish and the shrimp. Alright, you guys, that is a wrap on this quick and easy blackened salmon and shrimp. Now, you guys, I'm having this for lunch. I'm having it with a side of asparagus and some rice, but feel free to have this with anything your heart desires. Again, switch things up if you must. You don't have to do everything I did to a T. You don't have to follow this recipe to a T. You don't have to do salmon bites. You don't have to do shrimp. You can use chicken for this recipe. You can use actual salmon fillets. You can use shrimp only, salmon only. Do it however you want to do it. But keep in mind that if you change the meat, then the cooking time will vary, and depending on the amount that you're preparing, the cooking time will vary. Alright, so I really hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope I explained everything clear enough for you guys, and if you enjoyed this tutorial, go ahead and share this tutorial with a friend or a family, and I truly hope that you guys enjoy the recipe together. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, comment with any questions, any concerns, and also if you're new here and you made it to this point in the video, then you definitely want to hit that subscribe button to join the fam, and also so that you can experience more of this goodness. See you in the next video, guys. Happy cooking.